Morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Yes, I'm getting waves. I'm getting nods and smiles and waves. So yes, you can hear me, can't you? Fabulous. Thank you very much. We'll just give people a couple more minutes. And then we will start. Unfortunately, one of our guests, oh, by the way, Happy New Year. I haven't chaired this meeting since December. I'm very sorry. A couple of personal things came up and a meeting that I had to go to. So Naveed very kindly, as unelected vice chair, took over and was, and I'm sure, and I've watched it actually, Naveed, I forgot to tell you, I watched the YouTube video. You were very good, very good. Not a patch on me, obviously, but
Agree.
so there's still people arriving, so I'll just give it a minute or so, and then we'll launch straight in because we want as much time as possible, and we don't want to keep you longer than the hour. And we manage to do it on the hour every time, and it's just great. I don't know how we do it sometimes. It just the universe helps us, I think. Okay, fab. So I'll just wait while Kate comes in. She's there. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hassan's here. Kate, it's telling me that you're joining again. You're not, are you?
Oh, there's only one of me. You'd be pleased to know.
Okay. Right, okay. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Burnley Linked. Without further ado, we'll launch straight in. Thank you very much for coming along. I've just been saying that this is the first one I've done. So Happy New Year, even though it's March. First one I've done in 2025. So, and Naveed's ably looked after everybody while I've been unavailable. So thank you very much, Naveed. I'll buy you a cake when Ramadan's over. So thank you all for coming. And our first guest speaker, Angela Allen, she's managed to double book herself. So she may well turn up to the meeting later, about 10:30, but I'm going to ask her if she will go on to the next agenda. So go on to April's agenda and give us 10 minutes, unless nobody's got anything to say and we're really bored by 10:30 and Angela turns up, and then we can get Angela to give us a bit of a 10 minutes on her project. So I'm just looking. Christopher Dent and Pete Bryan should have been here, but they're not. Yasmin should have been here, but she's not.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I sent an email about that. Hello, everyone. I'm Bob. I sent an email. It was only yesterday, the day before. So I'm the new Yaz. I'm Yaz's replacement.
Okay, Bob. So, do you want to launch straight in? Welcome, Bob, by the way. This is how it goes. It's a party once a month, especially when I'm in charge. Nothing ever goes to plan. So Bob, who's the new Yasmin, take it away.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. A party every month sounds great. I might come again. Thanks very much for having me. Really pleased to meet you all. So my name is Bob Worley. I work at University of Central Lancashire, soon to be the University of Lancashire by September. They're doing another rebrand. Who would have thought it? So yeah, just so you all know. But I teach on courses based at Burnley campus, and we're doing a final push for our international social work and community development course. Bit of a mouthful, but it's community development, basically. So this is based on the community leadership course that we've been running since 2008. It's a kind of rebrand of that kind of thing. So it's updated and it's all the better for it. So we are, because it's a new course, yeah, we're pushing for new students. Obviously, we've been around the colleges and all of that, but we're also opening it out to community members as well, because the way the course is set up is that we are very happy to take on students who might not have the academic credentials, but have the experience of working or volunteering in the community. So it's a 3-year degree course, and it's there to try and equip people with all of the skills and knowledge that they need to take that step up. So we get a really good demographic of students in the class. So we did do with community leadership from young people who have done a bit of volunteering, not sure what to do with themselves, but want to work in the community or third sector in some way. Or we have people who have been running a community centre for maybe 20, 30 years and just need that extra step up to give them more help with funding bids going forwards, or taking that community centre to the next level, or whatever it might be. And so the course is kind of geared around the people that we have in the class. So as you can imagine, it's a very good demographic that we've had on community leadership, and we will have on the new community development course, with that sort of experience in the classroom. And each of the modules have a sort of most of the modules have kind of a 30-hour placement attached to them, and some of those are ILM accredited as well, which is like a nationally recognized accreditation, so students get that extra string to their bow. But it's a kind of, the students make it what they want it to be, really. We've had students go on to work in the European Parliament, or work for the Red Cross, or it could be for somebody who wants to work for charities, aid organizations, that kind of thing. Then it's something local that is a good opportunity for them. And so it's a kind of, it does get more academic or research based as it goes on throughout those 3 years, but it's very much a guided and facilitated process by us, and it does have all of that, all of those supported volunteer placements within it as well, so that students come out with hundreds of hours of experience that would give them that step up over other graduates from other courses. I've got a load of stuff that I can send round. What else can I say about it? Well, I'm happy to answer any questions. I've probably got plenty I could say about it, but if anybody wants to know any more about it, like I said, it's from Burnley campus this September. Community development course for anybody who's up for it.
Thanks, Bob. So sorry, I missed that because I was distracted by Kate talking to me in the chat there. Sorry, Kate. Would you be looking for placements in community organisations and charities for the students?
Always, absolutely. Yeah. We're always up for working on building up our portfolio of those. We work quite closely with the Centre for Volunteering and Community Leadership, which is based at the university, and they have about 500 opportunities around Lancashire of placement opportunities and stuff. But we're always looking to expand that. They're based in Preston, so definitely for more stuff around Burnley, Pendle area. Always, we've got quite a few links with projects and community groups and stuff. But always looking for that.
Naveed.
Hi everyone. Hi Bob. Thank you very much. That was very informative, and it's very timely because I was going to mention this, but I've got to finish early today and come off this call. But we've just recently done a Communities Together event. I think Yasmin came, and another gentleman, I can't remember his name, came from UCLan. But John, yes. Yeah. And one of the things was around getting access to projects and getting that support. There was so many things that were raised on that day that we've kind of, it's in draft format of you said, we did, we can do. So it'd be great if you circulate something and we can add your details so that document that we're going to be sending out to everybody who participated on the day or registered to attend, so that they've got your contact details, what is it you can do for them to help get that promoted, because I think it's great. And I know it's been going for some time, and I know our Lord Wajid Khan started around the community leadership program as well. So, and he's a Lord, so there's chances for us might become a dame. You never know. But thank you very much.
Yeah, the first time I met Waj was when I took him on he was a volunteer, took him on a volunteering project with us, and then he was yeah, he did the masters with us, and then he started running the masters course, and now he's Lord Wadge. So all hail.
Yeah, that's right.
He's done well. Thanks, Naveed. Any other questions about it? Like I said, I can send round loads. Should I send it to you, Tracy? Or
Yeah, so you can send it to me, Bob, and what we can do, we can make sure it all goes onto the Burnley Linked webpage. And if you want specific areas targeting, we can do that too. So just whiz me an email with all the information on and let me know what you want me to do with it, and we will do.
Great. Yeah, like I said,
say,
at the moment it's all about the final push really to, well, I say final, but we've got until July, August, I think. You know, we can still, because clearing's around then, so we can still take students up until that time. So yeah, we'll be pushing for more students up until then, because the more the merrier.
Yeah. Brill. Thanks, Bob. Sounds really interesting. Thank you. Has anybody got any more questions for Bob or anything that they'd like to say, comment? No? No? Okay, I can see no hands up. Excuse me. Kate has very kindly offered to fill Chris Dent's slot and say, tell us about the survey that he wants filling in. Thank you, Kate.
Yeah, no worries. So I've put the survey in the chat. So if anyone wants to click on the link, you'll be able to see the kind of things that they're asking for. But basically, Lancashire Climate Action Network are putting in a £1.5 million bid into the lottery to secure some funding for Lancashire around what they're calling people-powered climate action. The network's been going for a few years now. I think it's about two years, something like that. There's about 190 organisations. It's most of the councils across Lancashire, and mainly voluntary sector organisations, but a number of businesses as well. And all the universities are also members. And so, yeah, they've worked together on a bid. They're just putting in an expression of interest, and they want to demonstrate how important it is for Lancashire communities in order to be able to help get them to the next stage. So they've got 4 areas that they're wanting to work on, and they're really wanting to target disadvantaged communities. Burnley is in the area where it would be expected that there would be some substantial amount of work happened in this area. And obviously we're wanting to get money into Burnley to be able to do stuff in Burnley that's led by people. So the 4 areas are climate juries, of which they plan to do, can't even read it here, I've got it on my mobile phone, 6 in different local neighbourhoods around Lancashire, as well as 2 youth climate juries as well. And then they would also get a community organiser, somebody to work with local people who are showing signs of having an interest in wanting to do more stuff in the neighbourhoods around climate. So somebody would be there to support them and then help them engage with people and provide them with comms tools and that kind of stuff. Then there'd also be community hubs across Lancashire, which will be places that might already exist in Lancashire, where we could, it might be a community centre that's not utilised enough and might need a bit of extra, people coming in, which it could be used as a bit of a hub where partners can come in and provide information, training, advice, support, lead climate related projects. And then the 4th one is Climate Ventures, which is again about, I can't even read that. So it's about supporting people with various different projects. The partners have come up with ideas which would include things like around food and sustainability and health, housing and energy, arts and culture, transport and cycling. But that is all dependent upon what it is that communities say that they want to do. So the idea would be that it would be helping local people around learning, sharing, improving the world around them, learning new skills and being trained up in different aspects of climate action, being part of something bigger, supporting and guidance, turning people's ideas into action, connecting with new people and collaborating and being creative and innovative. So I'm just asking on behalf of the network if you would all, as hopefully residents of Lancashire, fill out the survey, but also to ask anyone that you're working with, whether it be your families or whether it be organisations that you're working with or people in your community centres, if they would mind just completing the survey, because obviously it'll all help towards securing some additional funding for Burnley and beyond. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you for stepping in there at the last minute. I'm going to ask, I'll be emailing Chris and Pete after this meeting just to see if they're okay, to be perfectly honest. But I'll ask them to send us the survey again. I know we've sent it once, but we'll send it around again. And so then you can pass it on to whoever, you know, in your networks as well.
I'll send it over. I've got it in my email, so I'll send it over.
Fab, thank you. Thanks, Kate.
Yeah.
Thank you. So then we'll make sure that it's on the Burnley Linked page as well, and we'll put it on the People of Pendle page for those of you that cover Pendle as well. We'll put it on that page as well, so everybody can see it. So thank you, Kate. Thank you very much. So moving swiftly on, just a short update for the Burnley Health and Wellbeing Partnership from me. Adult Social Care Transformation Fund. Are you as bored of this as I am? Because, you know, it's gone on and on and on. We've been talking about this since last July. But finally, we have had the contract and the service level agreement, and we are now awaiting the funding in the bank. However, we are trusting Lancashire County Council to give us the money, and we have recruited and employed 3 adult social care social connectors, 1 for each area. So there's 1 for Burnley, 1 for Pendle, and 1 for Rosendale. They'll work alongside our current social prescribing team, so the link workers and the social connectors, and they'll take referrals direct, or they'll prioritise referrals directly from Lancashire County Council's adult social care team. So hooray, we've got one step further. Once we get the money in the bank, we will open the funding, and I will send out all the criteria, all the information that everybody needs just to get this funding spent. Because I am sure, as is always the case, there will be a short period of time to spend this money in, and we don't want any groups to lose out. So that's the update on that. The subgroups, I must admit, I couldn't go to the subgroup that was held yesterday for the Health and Wellbeing Partnership. It was the childhood nutrition one. We had Edge Hill University coming in to deliver some training to our staff around behavioural change. So I needed to be there instead. So once I get the minutes and things, I'll update everybody on how that's going. And it just remains for me to say on this part of the agenda, if there's any themes or anything. So this is a usual thing that I say for those of you this is the first time in coming along. Are there any themes that's coming through from the people that come along to your service? You know, are you seeing similar things coming up? Or is there something that's concerning you that you know that you're hearing a lot from your participants and beneficiaries? If there isn't, that's fine. If everything's all dandy in Burnley, that's great. No, nobody can think of anything. I mean, we've had in the past, you know, young people's mental health is obviously an issue. It's an issue right across the country. We've also had issues around hoarding. And which I've fed into the Health and Wellbeing Partnership. We've had issues around housing and various other bits and pieces, you know, like domestic abuse victims and single mothers, particularly because of the cost of living crisis, may be straying into that sex work kind of thing because they need the money and they need to increase their income. So that's all been fed in.
Sorry, I couldn't find how to raise my hand. Sorry, am I all right?
It's all right. Yeah, just shout at me, Lisa. It's okay.
Lisa, I'm from the East Lancashire Down Syndrome Support Group. So Rachel and the guys have gone to London today, so she's asked me to cover. I'm a previous member of staff for the DWP. And obviously we deal with a lot of children and young people, but the disability benefit review is a big concern at the moment, as I'm sure it is for everyone. We're obviously very concerned that it's going to impact our young people and carers. So I just wanted to mention that. Obviously, I work for DS UK as well, and this is something that's on our agenda constantly. But this is creeping round the group now, and it's getting everyone a bit worried. So that's a big concern for us at the moment.
Yeah, thank you for that, Lisa. Anyone else? I mean, it's a massive concern, is that? But I will definitely feed it in. Kate?
Just from a couple of people I've been speaking to out in the community at the Lancashire I was going to say Lancashire Climate Action Network, but that's the wrong one. Southwest Burnley Community Action Network, of talking about trauma in the community, just adults struggling to access services that they need in order to be able to deal with the trauma that they've had in their lives. And not being able to access, like CBT, not feeling like it's working for them, or not being an appropriate response to that kind of thing. So it's about, lack of services out there for people who are dealing with something quite serious. And if you're a parent and you're dealing with that, you're not going to be able to be managing your children, and it's going to make things a whole lot worse for everyone. I mean, I know it's been going on for a very long time, but it seems to be something that a couple of people have brought up in the recent past when I've been talking to them about issues that are going on out there.
Yeah, I think it's been brought up before. I know Southwest Burnley did some great work around adverse childhood experiences and all that trauma-informed, community work. But then funding runs out, or
Yeah, well, we've got some extra funding to do the work with around children and young people. It's the adult side of things. Those kids become adults, and as I say, it's that cycle, isn't it? And if we don't sort it out with the adults, then the kids are gonna. It doesn't matter how much work you do with the kids. There's pros and cons to both, and it kind of feels like you need a two-pronged attack, but it's where the funding going to come from.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Kate. Thank you. I'll definitely feed it in. Has anybody else got anything? Oh, Jodie, you never let me down.
Patiently waiting. You know me. We've had a bit of an influx at the moment of people coming down to the hub and requesting support surrounding debt and finance specifically. So a couple of people who've been referred to us across from the job centre around the corner and then come to visit us for support surrounding that. And then a couple of other people who've just come through requesting support. The usual for us, though, which is exactly as already has been mentioned, which is benefits, definitely PIP. For us.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would say as well, actually, we've had, I remember a while back on one of the meetings, there was someone who came through. In fact, it might have even been Naveed who mentioned it in one of her updates about a gentleman at the council who was supporting surrounding damp and mould. We've had a few people come through for that, and I didn't have the details. So while I've got you, have you got the details for that gentleman for the damp and mould, please, Tracy?
I'll make a note and I'll send you Ryan's details.
Brill, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't write fast enough. Okay. Yeah, fab. Thank you. Thanks, Jodie.
Thank you.
Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, looking at what NHS is going through at the moment, especially our colleagues from ICB, obviously looking at them, what they're going through, that's a bit concern as well. And I think how we could make sure our colleagues working with ICB, they're going to have what support we could give as well as the charity organizations. Because obviously it's a tough time for a lot of staff working in that sector. So just being cautious what we could do and support them.
Yeah, the whole NHS England breakup and, all that, it's going to be a worry for quite a lot of people, is that there's thousands of jobs at risk, apparently. Like Hassan says, some of us work alongside a lot of these people that are going to be worried, that are going to, they're going to have concerns. So yeah, Hassan, good point. I will make a note and I will feed it into the Health and Wellbeing Partnership as well, because some of these people will live in Burnley, and surrounding areas, and be wanting help and support. Okay. Like I said, I can't just talk amongst yourself for a minute while I just write this down, because I can't write fast enough. I can type faster.
I've just sent you the stuff for sending around the group, Tracy, just so you've got it in your inbox. So
all right, thank you. Thanks, Bob. Thank you very much.
No worries. And Kate, that project sounds amazing with Elcan. So I'd love to chat to Pete and whoever the other guys are about it, because a lot of I've done a lot of climate change engagement stuff before, and I've popped something in the chat about it.
Their contact details will be on the membership list, so I don't know whether you get it, Bob, or Yasmin might have got it. So whoever has it, they will be on that contact list, because I know that they filled the forms in to join the networks. So something must have come up for them not to be here today, because they were really enthusiastic and really wanted to come. So, but Kate's ably stepped in and give us the information that we needed. So thank you.
So do fill out the form, Bob, and get all your students to fill it out as well, please.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I'll spread it far and wide.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. So has anybody else got any themes or anything that's coming up that you want me to feed up into the Health and Wellbeing Partnership? If not, I'm going to go on to our favourite bit, which is the roundup of information that we all have.
Hey.
It's always great. Yes, Laura.
Hi, you're right.
There's always one that spoils the party.
Yeah. So I just something that I have noticed is children being diagnosed with like either ADHD or autism, but then not receiving the psychoeducation around that when they have received it, so that they then can go on to support themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's something that just needs a little bit more work in the community for once these children are getting that diagnosis, whether there is something already happening, but it's just not hitting as many as it really should. I'm unsure, but that's definitely something that I've noticed.
Okay.
Laura, there's on that, there is actually a Mind course that's been set up across Lancashire by Lancashire Mind, supporting parents and children surrounding recently diagnosed. I've got it somewhere, so I can send it through.
Lovely, thank you. Yes, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
See, this is what it's about.
Love that.
Sharing that information. Great stuff.
Tracy, can I just add as well? There's also an organisation called ADHD Lancashire, and they provide support around training for parents with children who've been diagnosed, but also for adults. And it's been really helpful for adults who've been recently diagnosed, because there's a lot of adults being diagnosed as well, isn't there? So they provide an online networking thing on I think it's on a monthly basis, and they do also a monthly a get together as well. So I can ask the person who organises it to register and we can get her to come and have a talk about what it is that they do, if that would be helpful for.
Yeah, absolutely. I did hear that they used to do something in Burnley for it, but then that ran out of funding, so that no longer continued.
There was an ASD.
Yeah.
For ASD, it was brilliant as well. It's such a shame that's fallen by the
You've still got New Era as well, ladies, although I'm not sure if that's partially funded or you've got to fund it yourself, but New Era do ADHD and autism courses in Burnley.
And they do challenging behaviour as well, which is really...
Tammy's waving at me frantically.
Tammy, oh, she there. Hand over, Tammy. Hand over to you.
Tammy, unmute yourself and shout at us.
There we go. Yes, I've just been listening away to you all, and I thought, right, I'll just wait. But yes, we have our Family Matter courses, and we do cover the ADHD and the ASD. They are for the parents to come along to them. So I'll bob this out to everyone. They are 4-week courses. We do one on teenage years, which is a 5-week course. The 2-hour sessions, absolutely fantastic courses for the parents, carers, and really looks into that and the effects it has, and we give strategies and supports for them. So yes, I'll definitely bob them. I think the next sessions, we've just had the March ones, so are going to be in May and in June, but I'll definitely bob that in there for you. And the website's been updated. It is really looking good. So you can always bob on the New Era website and you can have a look on there at all the different courses that we do run. And if there's not one running, you can just pop your details in and let us know that you're interested. And when we get that through, we can have a look at maybe running them extra courses that might be required. But yeah, I'll bob that in or I'll send it over later. But thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Laura, you got a load of information there.
Did. Thank you so much, everyone.
Brill, thank you. That's what this network's all about. I love it when we all help each other. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So without further ado, I will move on to our roundup. And as it happens, Tammy is first on my screen if she wants to carry on talking. Tammy, do you want to carry on?
I'm coming back. Sorry, I'm just unmuting myself. I was just going to have a look for that leaflet just to pop that in. So yeah, we're busy. We've launched the Annex, which is the project. We received the National Lottery funding through, so we're now holding a session Worry Wednesdays. I think that's gone out and about, and that's for the parents and children and young people to be able to bob into us here at New Era. And that's been going out to everyone, community groups. So if anyone would like any further information on that, or have anyone in mind who might want information, just give us a ring or send me an email over. And yeah, and I'll bob the Family Matters over to everyone shortly. Sorry, I'm looking at that one. I've got you over here. So I'm so sorry. I've moved you onto the
camera two.
I've moved you onto the big screen so I can see all you lovely people on my big monitor rather than on my little one. But no, yeah. So I'll pop my details in the chat for everyone. So please get in contact with us. Yeah. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you very much. Bob, you're next on my screen. Have you got anything else you want to add, or have you said everything you want to say?
Am I? Oh, I can't think of anything else. No.
That's okay. You don't have
to.
Thank you, Bob. Laura, do you got anything? You don't have, by the way, you don't have to. If I say your name and you've nothing to say, you can just go, no, I'm not to say. And I won't take offence, honestly.
No, it's fine. It's I don't know whether anyone knows, and if they don't, I'll just give the information. I am Laura. I'm the counsellor from the Birchall Trust. So we support victims of sexual abuse across East Lancashire. So we have clients from the ages 4 and onwards. So if there's anybody that you know that may need support in that area, you can either contact me directly to help them with a referral, or just go straight to the website and refer them along.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Oh, you're welcome.
Katie and Janet, have you got anything you want to add?
Hi, sorry, we're having a few technical difficulties. We can't get our camera working, but we are here.
That's okay.
Just obviously we're still here, always here for any group support, funding support, volunteering support. And just to mention our monitoring and evaluation workshops, which are delivered by yourself, Tracy, and are obviously, wonderful, aimed at anyone who's dealing with any kind of funding, who wants to learn about how to do the reporting and the monitoring and evaluation side of that. We've got the next sessions are the 8th of April and the 14th of May. We've got a flyer that we can circulate, so if anyone wants to book on those. That's everything.
Thank you, Kate and Janet. Thank you very much. Just to add to, just while we're on CVS, I'll just give a bit of an update. I won't go on and on, I promise. So we've talked about the Adult Social Care Transformation Fund that is in the offing soon. We are working with Lancashire Association of CVSs, as we are part of Lancashire Association of CVSs, on the new Volunteering for Health project, which is linked to our Volunteering for Health and Community Hub, and it's now up and running. We're working across Lancashire on developing a process and foundation for NHS volunteers, as well as a quality standard using our well-established and accredited processes. So that's really good that's coming out across Lancashire. Funding update, 13 Burnley groups successful with Eric Wright funding, 16 Burnley groups successful with RCB funding, and 18 Burnley groups successful with UK Share Prosperity funding. That funding is now all spent, and we're waiting confirmation of those funding streams for this year. 12 groups were successful in their applications for the Community Cohesion and Resilience funding, and we had a great party on the 25th of February, which I'm sure Naveed mentioned at the last meeting. And Naveed mentioned it again today. They are doing some feedback, you said, we did, we can do kind of thing that will be sent out to everybody that came along. It's our 90th anniversary, CV, not mine personally, although I feel it sometimes. It's CVS's 90th anniversary this year. We've been around since 1935, and we're celebrating supporting those small groups and volunteers for 90 years. We've had various events planned, as well as a social media campaign. You might have seen some of it. You might have seen the 2 articles that have appeared on the Burnley Express website and other websites about the first 25 years of CVS. It's quite interesting how it all began, around the Battle of the Somme and things like that. And now we're moving it to be moving into the 50s and 60s. And the third one is due out today or tomorrow. I'm just getting approval, and then it'll be out today or tomorrow. So that's moving into the 60s and then into the 70s. So it does get it starts to become in living memory for most of us. We're asking partners, groups, funders, all of you, volunteers, and those we've supported over the years to contribute. So if you've got anything you'd like to say about CVS, whether you've worked with us in the past, you're working with us at present, and you'd like to say anything, good, bad, or indifferent, please do give us a shout. If you've got any photographs with any of us on it, which we do get our faces all over the place, please do send them in to us, because we're trying to build an archive that we can use for our centenary celebrations in 10 years' time. We're also asking people to do a pledge of kindness, just a small act of kindness that you will do or you have done recently, and we can add it to our tree. We have an act of kindness tree that is on display in our reception, and we're adding leaves as we go along, so all the pledges will be leaves. We're hoping to get 90. I'm sure we'll get more. I think we've got about 30 now. So if you'd like to pledge an act of kindness, please do email me or Lorna with your act of kindness, just saying, I'd like to pledge that I will smile at the next 10 people that I see. So something really small it can be. I'll let the next person out of a side street when the traffic's horrendous, because it does make you feel good, doesn't it? When you're letting somebody out, or you've been let out yourself, it does put a big smile on your face. So a small act of kindness, it doesn't have to be anything. We've had things like, I'm going to donate to the local charity, I'm going to donate to the local food bank, or I'm going to volunteer a couple of hours a week. That's absolutely fine. They're bigger pledges, but the small ones are really important too. So thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind doing that for us. Katie's mentioned the training. We are also in Burnley, and this is exclusive. This is exclusive information. Naveed might have told me off if she was still here. This is going to be launched on Monday, but as part of our 90th celebrations, Burnley Above and Beyond Volunteering Awards are back. Hooray! Watch this space for more details on how to nominate your groups and individual volunteers for these. They were last done 2 years ago. It was a prestigious event held at the UCLAN building on Trafalgar. And it was just wonderful to see volunteers. We can't give all volunteers an award. We wish we could, but this would just demonstrate, just what the good people of Burnley do for each other and support their own communities. So thank you very much for listening to me. I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to move on to my next one on my screen, which is Hannah Richardson.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hi,
you.
guys. So again, probably just a little bit about me and where I'm from. So I'm Hannah, I'm from Charterhouse Resource Centre. This is my first Burnley Linked meeting, so I'm not sure how they usually go, but everything's been very informative so far. We've been affiliated with CVS for quite some years. Us ourselves, Charterhouse Resource Centre is we're a care provider. So we provide daycare support, home care to people in the communities. We also do lots of other community projects and things. I did want to mention, I'm not sure if it would be useful for anybody to know, but we have just received a new piece of equipment. It's a medical grade piece of equipment. It's dry water massage therapy. So, and that itself can assist lots of physical ailments and things like that. So I'm just trying to get in touch with local GP surgeries and other care organisations. It can support people with arthritis, fibromyalgia, sciatica, all things like that. So I just wanted to kind of share that info with you. I can always send Tracy a little bit more information as well about that, just to see if there's anyone in the community that would benefit from using it. And yeah, so that's just a little bit about us. Thank you for letting me join you today.
That's okay. That's all right, Hannah. You're more than welcome. We did send the information out, or it's on the Burnley Link page around the hydro pool.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's we're just finishing the last little few touches. So that again, I think will be a great kind of asset for Burnley, and you know, it'll support lots of individuals with physical disabilities and things like that. We're hoping to have that open and ready in May. So one of my jobs will be arranging the kind of opening event where I would love to invite you all to come and have a look at our facility as a whole and what we get up to, and you know, how we support individuals in our community. I think that would be great to get everyone down.
Well, Hannah, as you mentioned this, we usually have a face-to-face get-together during the summer sometimes, so usually around June, July-ish.
Okay.
So if you would like to offer your facility for us to have our face-to-face meeting there, that'd be really good. Think about it.
Yeah, I'll have a think. If you,
Yeah.
I'll send you an email and we'll have a chat. Is it usually weekday or?
Usually weekday. It's usually on a Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. The face-to-faces are usually a bit longer, and because so many people loved the Burnley Communities Together event and loved the networking and didn't feel like it was long enough, the next meeting I'm proposing to members is just a networking event. So there'll be none of this let's gather in information for me. It'll be, you know, just purely a networking event where we can all talk to each other. We might do a few activities with each other just to kind of break the ice and get people going. So if you're up for it, speak to Jason and Mark, and you know, and let me know.
Yeah. They'll be the big bosses. They'll be the deciders on that one. But I'll see what I can do, because I know we do run out our daycare service Monday to Friday. So whether we can incorporate that, you know, with service users being there as well, that would be really good. But yeah, I'll definitely take it to them. Yeah, the networking events that you guys run are fantastic.
Fab. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you,
Lisa. You're next on my screen.
Hi guys, hiya. Yeah, I've attended one of these before Christmas, I think, Tracy. But yeah, so I'm the secretary and trustee of the East Lancashire Down Syndrome Support Group. So obviously we're quite niche, aren't we? But I was actually at your place last Friday, Tracy, doing first aid.
Excellent.
So what we're doing now is we're having a real roundup on compliance. So some of us, quite a few of us, were first aid trained, which was brilliant. We're also looking to start building up a volunteer bank. So all this that I've heard this morning is really, really useful. We have recently celebrated, and you'll have seen, World Down Syndrome Day, which was really successful again. Rachel has asked me to mention that we are having a charity ball at Crowwood next year to celebrate everything again for the local community. Our Down syndrome community is growing rapidly, and we're becoming bigger Yeah, watch this space. But everything I've heard this morning, the NHS health checks will be really, really useful for our parents and carers particularly. So yeah, keep me in the loop if there's anything, Tracy, or if you've got an email contact list. Yeah, do add me on, please. I'll send you my details. Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Rachel will get all the information. She'll get all the membership list and everything. But if you want adding to the list, just email our Lorna and ask her to add you on underneath Rachel, so you'll get everything as well.
Just Rachel still are off here, there, and everywhere doing like they're down in London doing the policy group meetings. Yeah. So I can just pick up the emails. Yeah, thanks very much, Tracy. Though, thank you. Fab.
Anything that you want us to, that goes for everybody as well. If you want us to send anything out, if you want us to add it to the Burnley Linked page, or it's time sensitive and you want us to send it out immediately round the Burnley Linked network, please do just send it to our Lorna or send it to me, and we'll get it out there. So thank you very much. Thanks, Lisa. Joanna, you're next on my list.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. I have popped something on the chat just for everyone's information. I don't come to these meetings. It's usually Ange from FCMS, so she's on annual leave, and I'm here to just represent FCMS. It's really just a reminder. We provide the NHS health checks across Lancashire for anyone who's eligible, and I heard the core of the heart of the community, those who are struggling. Really, that is our main aim, is to be able to reach those areas where GPs can't really go out and reach, as well as support GPs as much as possible. We are in Burnley this month, so in April, we're doing Burnley College, which is amazing. However, if you come across any communities or any groups that you think, you know, they'd benefit, I think especially male groups, sometimes we find that those are the individuals that won't necessarily go to the GP for concerns. The NHS health check just provides you with sort of a risk score of cardiovascular diseases and other things like diabetes and dementia, etc. So it's really, really handy. We help patients. We don't just leave it there. So we link in with other services like smoke cessation, alcohol advice, weight advice. So yeah, if you think of anyone or anything, please email us. We'll always explore it. We have been doing it in workplaces as well. So if you've got colleagues or workplaces that would need that, then absolutely give us a shot, and we'll do our best to support where we can. Thank you. Sorry, I tried to be really fast.
That was great. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you very much. I'm sure people will be in touch with their, I know that Angie's mentioned it before, you know, the venues and gatherings, you know, if you've got a gathering of people to invite you along to do the health checks. Fab. Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. Kate, have you got anything you want to add? No.
Can't find me on mute button there. No, I don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Kate. Jodie, Advocacy Focus. Have you got anything you want to tell us about?
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of a bit nervous to tell you. I've taken the decision, wisely or unwisely. I question my life choices at the moment. I'm doing a half marathon in May, so wow. I would love to send out the link. And if you feel like you would like to support us as Advocacy Focus and keep the community hub going down in the centre of Burnley, that would be fantastic. Whether or not I get there, we'll see. You know, I'm joking. I'm doing fine. I'm doing all right with the training. It'll be fine. But I am questioning my life choices right now.
Yeah, you fool. What are you doing that for? Why don't you just sit in a bath of beans or something? That would have been so much easier.
I know. Do you know what? My kids said that to me. They were like, why don't you just do something easier, Mum? I was like, no, it's got to be a challenge, hasn't it? But yeah, it is challenging at this point, very much so. I'm 8 weeks away now from the marathon, and yeah, it's getting harder, most definitely. But yeah, I'll send that out. Yeah, I will do. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you very much. So, Hassan, have you got anything you want to update everyone on?
Nothing like doing a marathon. That's not my no way. I'll just sit in the cafe and do the marathon on the chips or something. I'm from Chai Centre, so those people who are not aware, it's a community hub in Burnley. We've got a few partners here who normally joins us at the hub. We've got a breast awareness session on Tuesday, 22nd of April. I'll send you the poster, Tracy. So if you want to send anyone over, this month was a bit quiet because obviously it was Ramadan. So hopefully we've got some more courses coming up at the Chai Centre. So if anyone's happy to come down, please come over.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you very much. Uzma, have you got anything you want to update us on?
Morning, everyone. So I'm Uzma. I'm from Super Slowway and the British Textile Biennial, and I do the engagement and volunteer coordination for both organisations, just in case you didn't know who I was. We'd had, I wasn't at the last meeting last month, but we had our shared prosperity funding, and we ran sort of like a closing series of events over half term, which were really successful at the Chai Centre and at Dane's House. And it was just great. We got a great response to Hassan and his team. Were really amazing in kind of helping us kind of get that in place. The weather was a bit wild and the weather let us down, but you know, it was really successful. I don't really have anything else to add. Obviously, we're just kind of coming out of hibernation. We do a lot of outdoor activities, but I'm going to put a link in the chat. And we've got the Expiry Egg down at Finchley Gate Wharf, which you know you can use on a Thursday and a Friday with Ruth. Book it in if you want to. If you want to start running groups or sessions or activities from there. It's possible. It just depends on it because obviously it's a sort of a small space. There is a fire in there. It is up some steps, and we don't want paint or glitter in there. But if there are things that you'd like to run from there, please drop a message, and you know we can have a conversation about it. But there's also a little outside space as well, so we'd love it to be used well. Thank you.
Do you know what? I'm having thoughts now about our.
Oh wait, no! Hang on. If Naveed's getting cake, I'm getting cake, Tracy.
Oh, you
Okay.
Yes, always. Osman, that goes without
you.
saying. I'm just thinking about our, you know, our face-to-face meetings.
Yeah. Oh, it's a diddy space.
Well, that's fine if we did the egg in, you know, the summertime, hopefully the weather would be okay. And if we did Charterhouse, if we're allowed to, if we did Charterhouse like towards Christmas time, maybe, that might be, and to give Hannah, Jason, and Mark a bit of time to think about it, think whether they actually want us there or not. There's usually about 20 people. Last time there were only about 8 of us, I think, that met up, but we had a really good discussion. So you know.
There is always the education room there as well, isn't it, at the Forge? So we could always use that if the weather, if there's lots of us or if the weather is particularly bad. But let me know, and I'm happy to kind of sort that out.
Thank you, Uzma. Thank you very much. And yes, cake is definitely on the agenda.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Jodie McLaren.
Hello. My name's Jodie. I work at Inspire. I work alongside Andy Torrington. I'm quite new to the role, so I'm not. I think this is my second Burnley Linked.
Okay.
And it's just told me to come on and just promote the activities that we have at Inspire for anybody that's in service. So I can put a copy of the programme into the chat.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, but I look forward to working with you all in the future.
Fab, thank you. That was short and sweet. Thank you, Jodie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you ever want to come on and talk about Inspire, for you know, and have the 10-minute spotlight spot, I mean, you're like you said, you're a bit new at the moment. You might not want to do it at the moment, but if you ever do, please do give us a shout. That goes for anybody. If you want a spotlight spot and you want 10 minutes at the beginning of the meeting, just to talk about, like Kate did, talk about a specific project or your organisation, you're more than welcome to. Just give me a shout and I'll make sure that you get on the agenda.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jodie. Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte, are you there? I'm not sure whether Charlotte's there or not. No, okay. Has anybody got, I mean, we're early today. I always panic about 1:45 and think, oh my God, we're not going to get through all this. But we do it every single time. And we're a bit early this morning. So you've got 8 minutes to go and eat chocolate or do whatever you want for the last 8 minutes. Or Charlotte's got issues with a mic. So Charlotte, if you want to put in the chat what you want to say, we can take it from there if you want to. If you've got issues with your mic, it's awful, is this technology. It doesn't always work when we want it to, does it? So So yeah, what was I saying then? Menopause brains kicked in, and I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, there you go. Charlotte works for Calico on the Workwell project, which Chris talked about at the last meeting. Talked about the Workwell project, and that's becoming, I think that's going to become more and more busy, isn't it, Charlotte, with what the government have planned, and about all the benefit reforms and all that kind of stuff. So there'll be support needed, and they're accepting new referrals, Charlotte's saying. Thank you, Charlotte. So has anybody got anything that they've got anything burning that they want to say, or do you want to use this now 7 minutes? Sorry, it's going down now. 7 minutes to eat your chocolate, hide under the table. I won't tell anybody that we've finished early. You can go and scarve off now if you want for a few minutes. Go outside, have a run round block, Joda. You'll need the training. Or just sit and stare out of the window for 5 minutes and have some quality time for yourself. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being so engaged and so engaging. And thank you for helping each other out. And all that's what this is all about. It's Burnley Linked. It's all about linking up, making those connections and sharing information and resources with each other. Thank you so much, Joda. Good luck. Send us that. You will do it. I am sure you'll do it with every faith in you. Send us that link, and we'll get it on the Burnley Linked page. Fabulous. Thank you all. Have a really lovely day. Take care.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Good luck, Jodie. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers all.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Bye.
Bye.